The man called his dog over, suddenly grabbed it by the neck, and dragged it outside despite its struggles. He stumbled down the stairs, yet never loosened his grip. He tossed the dog out of the apartment, then turned back inside, but the dog simply lay on the ground, its innate loyalty refusing to let it leave. That night it slept beneath a car. The next day, a neighbor led the dog back, threatening to call the police if he abandoned it again. The man finally relented, pouring some food for the dog. He didn't hate dogs, he simply couldn't accept his own blindness, yet he still refused to use QQ, his guide dog, to go out. 3 days later, the trainer returned to check their pairing. The man worked with QQ for the first time, and QQ performed flawlessly. That night, he accidentally stepped on QQ's leash, and QQ immediately stood beside him. The man deeply moved. He took QQ out for a walk for the first time in 3 days. He brought the dog to the park. He plans to give the dog its freedom, but QQ quietly followed behind him. From that moment on, the man fully accepted his guide dog. Yet as a blind chef, he faced relentless gossip. Unable to bear the reality, he stepped onto the road. In the critical moment, QQ rushed forward and shoved him out of harm's way. He never imagined QQ would protect him so fiercely. Silently, tears welled up in his eyes. His heart filled with guilt. Soon after, the association deemed him unqualified to adopt a guide dog. Only then did the man truly realize his regret. He apologized to QQ and left, but QQ still followed him, unwilling to abandon his master. Ultimately, the association decided to give them one more month. In the days that followed, they spent every moment together. Men will take their dogs to experience everything. Every day was filled with joy. He no longer faced life with pessimism. But one day, just as the man stepped outside, he suddenly felt unwell and collapsed. QQ immediately ran to a neighbor's door, alerting them to the fallen man, who was promptly taken to the hospital. It turned out his kidneys had failed, requiring treatment abroad. QQ had to be sent to a foster home. The man promised QQ he would return to pick him up in 6 months. QQ sensed the impending separation, and resisted leaving. The man had no choice but to toss a ball. QQ chased after it, but when he turned back, their car had already driven away. What the man didn't know was, QQ kept running after the car for a long time. In the foster home, QQ lived a relatively happy life, often sitting for long periods in the chair the man had once occupied. 5 years later, QQ had grown very old. One day, it heard movement at the door, and sensed a familiar scent. It was the man, returning. They were finally reunited. In QQ's final moments, they visited the places they once explored together. Would you consider adopting such a loyal companion?